So there are 20, 22, 24, 26. Okay, the name of the array is even. The type of the data is integer. And the values, the elements are in it are 4 elements, 1, 2, 3, 4. But the numbers is from 0 to 3 because as you know, the array starts from 0 and stops with the length minus 1. See, 1, 2, 3, 4 minus 1 is 3. The last index is going to be 3. So when you initialize this array, the elements is going to be like this. 20 is going to be stored in index 0, 22 in index 1, 24 in index 2, 26 in index 3. So what will happen if these statements go through? This is easy, huh? So the first element is going to become 4 now. Second element, which is number 1, is going to be 8. So can you please just work on it for 2-3 minutes? I just want to type here if I can. This word doesn't let me. Okay. I just want to say this is number 1. Okay, index number. Sorry, what am I doing actually? No, I don't want to do
Miss,
that.
an element in even 0, would it the number be 4 now?
No, this is going to be the value of 4.
Yeah, that's what I said, Miss.
That's right. Sorry, yeah, that's 4. Okay. So the second one, which is the index 1, is the second element. Always remember, index 0 is the first element. Index 1 is the second element, which is going to be 8. And index 2, which is the third element, is going to be 16. Index 3, which is the fourth element, is going to be 32. So if I gave this to you on the test, this is what you would answer me, and you would get 4 marks. Okay, let me check the no question. Okay, so these are easy. A lot of people did well on their assignment. So another question I was going to give you was, okay, this is an array of days of week. It's a string. Okay, first I have to have I think I have to have a space there. Okay, string is the type of it because they are alphabetic days of weeks. So please don't confuse string with integer because string is for alphabet, integer and double are for numbers. So days of week 0, the first day, I started from Monday, but some people start from Sunday. But for now, the first one is Monday, the second Tuesday until Sunday. And then when you load this array, or when you store information in the array, your first element is going to be Monday, second one Tuesday until Sunday. So this is what it is. But then the question is asking you, what will happen if you have this statement? Days of week 5 equals Monday. Can someone answer me on the chat? So,
Miss, would it be normal for everything until you reach Saturday and it turns into Monday?
Saturday or Friday? So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you're right. Saturday. Perfect. Everything is going to stay the same. Perfect. The answer. Sorry, Monday I had to put capital in. Okay, so the rest of them are going to be the same. Perfect. And the next one, it says, so what does this B says? It says days of week 4 inside the square bracket equals, but this is not equal sign. It means that days of week 2 will be assigned to days of week 4. So what will happen? Let me fill this up and you think about it. So Monday.
Will Friday turn into Wednesday?
Maybe. Let me see. Sorry, let me just write this down so I don't get confused, because sometimes this array is confusing. So we don't have any Saturdays here. So Sunday. So now we are saying move the number 2. Number 2 is actually the third one. Yeah. 0, 1, 2. Number 2 is going to go into number 4. So Wednesday is going to go into 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, so Wednesday is going to go to Friday. So Friday is going to turn into Wednesday. The rest is going to stay the same. So let me just type it because we didn't change the other ones. Oh, okay, let's just Thursday. Yeah, array is interesting and confusing at the same time, but after you practice. So yeah, the answer for B is going to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Wednesday, Monday, Sunday. Okay, what about C? We want to move the fifth, not sixth element, but number 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we want to move Monday into fourth element or index 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. So what will happen? Let me see if anybody answers on the chat. Okay, you can put your answer on the chat. Let me see. Okay, 5 is going to go into 3. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 2, Thursday. Yeah. So instead of Thursday, it's going to stay Monday, but the rest is going to stay the same again, you know?
You are now muted.
Okay. Sorry, Alex, I promised to teach methods today, but because I wanted to do well on your array test, I just wanted to review this. So is that good for C? Everybody is okay with it? Let me see the chat. All right. Okay, so yeah. So for D, this is the last one, yeah? For D, we want to move 7 into 1. So what will happen here? 0.
Monday will go into Tuesday.
No, listen. 0. Monday is 0, yeah? The first Monday. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do we have anything called 7? Yes or no? Do we have index 7?
No.
No. When you don't have index, what will happen in the program?
Error.
Sorry?
An error.
Error. So this is not going to work. The last one is going to give you an error because there is nothing in 7. 7, there is no 7. So we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We don't have index 7. Therefore, you're going to get an error.
Miss, when will we learn methods now? Monday?
No, I'm going to teach now.
Oh,
Here,
okay.
let's see what time it is. It's 1:33. We have time. So are you okay with this activity, everybody? If you don't say...
Muted.
Oh,
You are now
okay.
muted.
So let's learn. I'm going to close this word so don't confuse me. Okay, let's go back to the website that I was on. Introduction to Computer. Not this one. Where's that other website? Okay, yeah, this one. This is a very good website, guys. I suggest you, even you only have 1 week left of school, but if you go through this website, you are going to learn a lot. It's really good. And they made it easier. Okay, so we were doing activity 5, creating your own methods. Okay, so if you remember my drawing, so for example, method is this. When you want to draw a house, you can, draw the house with the roof, the body of the house, and maybe the basement, for example. But if instead of drawing everything at the same time, you can draw the roof separately, you can draw the body separately, you can draw the basement separately. And then you write a program that it has a main method, and it's going to call the body, the roof of the house, Then it's going to call the body of the house to draw the body. Then it's going to call the basement to draw the basement. That's what they say in Java. They say to call a method. But what is a method? Okay, you can read these yourself in this website, but I just want to go to the most important one. They're just talking about the different problem solving strategies, which, okay, I'll just go through it fast. Trial and error is just what we have been doing so far. You just go on the computer, you write a program, and then you try, and you find your errors, you fix your errors, you try again. So this is okay, but it's not a good way of problem solving, because it is actually here they say, they have an example. They say, what if you wanted to build a bridge or road? You can't do trial and error. If you build it and then if it's not good, you destroy it. That's not good. So you have to have a plan. This is one way of solving problem. The second way of solving problem is to do it step by step. Okay, so for example, you write the program, you run it without worrying about other, the values that the user is going to enter. You don't worry about a lot of things. You just want to write the program and see. You do one step at a time and see if it works or not. This is also another way. But the thing that we are going to focus on today is divide and conquer. So anytime you want to, even in life, when you have a problem, you can't solve everything at once. You have to take steps. You have to say, okay, I'm going to divide my problems into smaller portions. First, I do this homework. Then I do a study for this test. You can't do everything at once. So you need to divide everything into a smaller piece. So that is what methods are about. So instead of writing the large code, we divide the code into smaller portions. So I just want to check the chats. Okay. So, but the basics of writing programs is this: getting data from the user, program do the calculations, output it to the screen. Okay, so this is about problem solving. You can read this yourself. Modular programming is about writing methods. And here they call it procedures and functions, but they're all mostly the same thing. There is a video for you to watch, but I'm not running it because you can't hear it. So you can watch this video yourself. Okay? So let's go to, I just want to go to the main mode. Okay, so what does this program do? Let's look at this example. This is a Java program, okay, that will, it has two numbers. It has a sum and product. So it's going to add these two numbers. So first it's going to ask the user to enter number 1. Then it's going to ask the user to enter number 2. Then it's going to calculate the sum of the numbers, add number 1 and number 2, and assign it to the variable sum. Then it's going to multiply these two numbers and assign it to the variable product, and then display the sum on the screen and display the product. So this is something that you already know how to do it. But instead of now, we want to divide this program into different methods. So instead of calculating sum here and product here, you're going to create two different methods. One of them is going to do the sum, okay, and the other method is going to calculate the product. Okay, so the result is going to look like this. Let me just go here. Yeah, the program doesn't, this one doesn't show. Let me see if, yeah, if we can look at this. I don't know if this is not very clear. It's a little blurry.
It's not clear.
Sorry?
It's not clear.
Yeah, it's not clear, but if you watch it, But okay, I'm just going to point to it. It's not clear. I know for me it's not clear either. Is it better now when I make this smaller?
No.
It's still not clear. All right, so but anyway, let me just go through it, even if you don't see it properly, but I just want to show you. Let me see if there was another program that I saw here. It's clear. But anyway, let me just show you how the methods are. Is this one clear? No, this is not. Okay. I can open another video. Okay. I think this is a little clear. I can just show you what I mean by the method. Okay, do you see the video? I'm not going to run the video. I just want to say, do you see the code here? Okay, in this code, there is a main method here at the bottom, which declares the variables number 1 and number 2, and it gets them from the user. But then at the top here, this is a method. It says public static void add and out int num1 num2. So what it does, this method, which is called add and out, it gets those two values from the main method. The main method sends those values to this method, and so this method is going to add them up and display them on the screen. But let me show you. Okay, this is how it's going to look like. Public static int add two nums, int num1 num2. So int is the data type of this method. So this method is going to get two numbers inside this bracket. It's going to get these two numbers. It's going to add them up and assign it to sum. And then it's going to return sum to the main method. So you have to use the word return. And the int here is the type of the data that is going to return. It's going to return an integer value to the main method. So this one also, this is the same thing. I wish I had a better program to show you here. Okay. Let me see if I can. Okay, I'm gonna find a better program to show you. Just give me 1 second. I'll go to roster and find a better one. It's just too many things, huh? Okay, roster, custom, CS 2021. No, they don't. Maybe go to the. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to find it like this. Okay, it's not, I don't remember the name of the file, so it's not going to be easy to find. I will go to, Okay, I'm going to stop sharing the screen and find it. And meanwhile that I'm looking for a good program, can you guys please go and check this website? The website that I have posted on D12, okay? So let me stop sharing the screen and find that there's I'm gonna go to this website. W3 Schools is a good website. I'll find Java. Okay, I found it. All right. Sorry guys, it took me some time to find this. I went to W3 School's website on Java tutorial. It's very good. I have already given you the link. I hope you are with me here. So I want you guys to look at this example. So if you look at this example, the class name is called my class, public class, my class, and it's the main method. And then it's going to display something on the screen. And then this is the main method, which is going to call 3 different methods. So by calling means you give the name of the method, and let me just run this so you see what happens. So when you run this, it shows you the first method, the second method, the third method, all in 3 different lines. Okay, so it means, but this is again not a good example. Okay, I have to find you a better example. I was hoping that video to work and it didn't work, and this is not what I want here. Oh yeah, this one is a better example. You can see. Oh, okay. I don't know if you guys are with me. I don't hear anybody. So. Yes. What about CPT? Yes, yeah. But
what was the test to do? What was the test?
I'm sorry?
Oh, I was just telling him.
Oh, to do the test. Yeah, you have the test to do. Yes, you can do it. You can start it today right after this class. You have time until 11:30. It's array thinking and array knowledge. Okay, guys, I don't know if you see my, hopefully. Yes, Koa, yes? Oh, this is
That's the test. That's the test.
Array test is today. After this class, you can start working on the array test. It's under the quizzes. If you on D12, they're both unlocked. Yes, under the quizzes, you will find array knowledge, array thinking. Two quizzes, but both of them have about 10, 11 questions. One is true, false. The other one is multiple choice. Yeah, that's what you need to do tonight. Application and communication, I don't want you to do it because that was a program I wanted you to write, but no, don't do that. That's not even visible to you. Only thinking and knowledge. Okay, sorry guys, I'm going to continue the lesson on the methods. So you can always go to this tutorial too. It's Java tutorial on W3 Schools. It's a very good website. See, w3schools.com, Java tutorial. So here, I want to show you. This is the main method of your class. Okay, so the main method. In the main method, you have declared z, which is an integer value. then you are calling this method. When you say my method 5.3, you are telling the program to go to my method, okay, which is this one, and take these two numbers with itself, 5 and 3. So instead of x and y, you are sending 5 and 3, and the method is going to add these up and return it to the main method. So x plus y, return x plus y, is going to take 5 and 3, add them up, which is going to be 8, and it's going to return it to the main method. And the main method is going to print it out. So when you run this program, see that it says 8. So what happened here? Instead of having all the code inside the main method, you created a method yourself. Static int, my method int x, int y, return x plus y. So the name of the method is my method, which is like variable name. You have to start the name of the method with lowercase. The second word is going to be uppercase. And int is the return type, data type.
Miss?
Yes.
What if you put public static int? Would that make a difference or no?
Yeah, that actually here they haven't put it, but you can, if you put public static int, it means that it's going to be used by anything in this program. It's just that there is a public and private. Private makes it only for the procedure that you have declared the variable there. You can only use it in that section.
But
But
if you use void, miss? What if you put void in there?
Yes, void. Okay, that's a good question. If you instead of int, if you put void, you cannot use return. It's not going to return anything. So void means no return. So if your method is doing something that is not going to return any value, you should use void instead of int. But if you use int, it means that it's going to return a value which of type integer. If instead of int you use double, it's going to return a value as double. If you use a string, it's going to send you a string. Okay? Yeah. Sorry? What is the method?
He said, what's the use of a method?
Oh, use of a method is to divide the big program. I mean, here it doesn't make sense to have, a method for like just adding two numbers, because it's a simple thing. You don't have to have a method. But sometimes in a program, your program becomes very complicated. The use of method is you divide your code into smaller portions. And then instead of just writing the formula or the calculations inside the main method, you call the method that does the add for you. You can have another method that will do the division for you, another method to do the multiplication for you. Okay,
Miss, what does return xy do? What's the point of return xy?
Okay, just 1 second. Let me finish with this. What I was going to say, that another thing that method is useful. When you write a method, you can even use that in other programs. Like for example, you made a method to add numbers. You can keep this all the time, and whenever you write another program, you can go and just bring that method into your code and use it. So you don't have to always put all the formulas from scratch. Okay, and Paris asked me about what is the meaning of return x plus y. Okay, because so what happens here in the program, public static void main string, it declares z, and the value of z is whatever this method is going to do with these two numbers. And what does my method does? It takes two numbers, so see, it takes x, it takes y, it adds them up, x plus y, and returns the value to the main method. So when you say system.out.println z, it's actually going to display 8 because it does return x plus y, returns the value of sum. The other website actually was showing you a very good way of, let me just see if I can find that section. It was showing you how the program goes through all these lines. Okay, like here. Oh yeah, it had a button that would, when you clicked on it, yeah, here, next. Let me see, but the thing is, okay, let's see if this, yeah, it's a little blurry, but what it says here, this is import. Like when you click on this button, you can do it on your own computer. So this is a program. So when you click on the button, it explains to you what it does. So when I click that button, it said the scanner class is imported so that keyboard input can be received from the user. Okay, it's like even good for your communication, because even when you want to put comments in your program, you can use this kind of terminology, this kind of words. Okay, so I'm going to click on next. So after this is going to create a scanner is instantiated in the main program. So the key input is going to be initialized here or created here. When you click on next, it says that the variables in num1 and num2 are declared in the main program. Okay? You click on next, and it asks the user to enter a value for num1, and we assume that they entered 3. 3 is going to go inside num1. Then you click on the next. The second number is entered by the user, for example, 6. You click on next. It calls. This is very important. This line, it calls a method. A call is made to the add and out subroutine. Subroutine is the same as method, okay? Subprogram. So this is the line that calls the method, and it has to have the same amount of numbers in it. Number 1, number 2. So when this happens, 3 and 6 is going to become number 1 and number 2. And you click on next. It's going up to the method. This is an important section. See, I go back. We were here. We called the method. And you click on next. It goes to the top. It goes to the method, which says public static void add and out int n1 int n2. Also pay attention here that n1 and n2 have different names from num1 and num2, because these are called arguments. These are and this one's called parameters. So there is a difference between parameters and arguments. Just want to see if you have any question. Do you have any question? Yeah. Add and out. Yeah, it means add. Use what? No, this is just the name. You can use anything. This is just the name of the method. You can name it add to numbers or subtract to numbers, whatever. But the thing about the method is you have to name it like a verb. Add, do this, subtract. It's just a name, but it has to be like a variable name, lowercase, then uppercase. But it has to be like a verb. You have to say, okay, do this for me. Like you're just ordering the method to do something for you. So it has to be, go here, do this, or calculate this for me.
You are now
But this is, yeah? No, you have to use a verb. Usually is a verb, like No, if you say koa, like here, you're not going to understand what about koa. But you have to say calculate this koa. You can say, name it like that. Calculate, or add, subtract, or get something from the user. Yeah. Yeah, you have to ask. The name has to say something that you want the method to do for you. Something to do. You could, but it's better to start with the verb. Like for example, calculate. Like that is better word, the better thing to say. It would work. Yeah, the program would work, but it's not a good way of programming. You have to make sure, because other programmers will look at it and say, what does this method is going to do? Method has to do something, okay? It has to be a verb, has to do something. Okay, but when you click on next every time, you see that what program goes through. This is your actually homework. You can try this on this website. You're going to understand a lot better than my explanation for sure, because you have to try these buttons, click them. So what happened here, when I have the add and out, then I call that method, then it's going to say int sum equals num1 plus num2. It says whatever is in num1 and num2, add them up. And if you look at here, it says num1, num2 is 3 and 6. So it's going to add these two numbers. Then you click on next, it's going to display the sum on the screen. Okay, and then when you click on next, it's going to go back to the main method again. This time is going to multiply the numbers, because it's going to call another method. See, it goes through all of them, displays the answer, and it's done. So you know what, you can try this yourself and understand it, but I will continue teaching the methods tomorrow. Do you have any question about anything? I really suggest you that you should look at this activity to understand methods. I don't think we will have time. We won't have time to give you any test on methods. I'm not going to erase the last test we are doing. So you just have to learn it and add it to your CPT if you can. Any question? Okay, I don't see anything. Yes. That's right, yes. For the CPT, the flow chart and the proposal, you can hand it in even tomorrow, because I left it open. I just wanted you to start. So even if you didn't finish tomorrow, you can still finish it, okay?
Yes.
All right, but the test is important. You need to do the test first.
Miss?
Yes, Elia?
I emailed him I emailed the proposal. Did you get it?
Oh yeah, I got it. And didn't I reply to you? I thought I did.
No.
Oh yeah, I liked it. I liked the
You are now
idea.
muted.
Okay.
Sorry, I thought I replied to you. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Okay. Any questions?